keeps control for Thompson. Pass for Stevens, wide open underneath on the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome everybody here to live at Lisbon High School Gymnasium for a heck of a duel tonight. A lineup of duels between the Lisbon Broncos and the South Border Mustangs. The Lisbon Broncos dueling the South Border girls to start things out tonight. Lisbon comes in with a dual record for the girls side, sitting at 2-2. South Border with the dual record of 2-4 for their South Border Mustang girls wrestling team. So that is your first duel tonight. That's followed by some more prelims, and then after the prelims, we'll have our main duel tonight between the boys and the boys teams. South Border Mustangs taking on the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos on the boys side sitting at 7-3 overall in duels. South Border Mustangs at 4-0. Both teams 2-0 in the southeast region as far as the standings for duels, and that'll play in later on in the season into the dual team championship and regions, and then also at the state tournament. So that are your wrestling lineups for tonight and your duels for the night here live from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with our cameraman Ryder Booman manning a camera tonight for us here for both duels tonight. The duels get underway. Girls start at 6 p.m. Boys will follow, so just kind of a rolling schedule that we'll have. We should have a rolling schedule. Girls not sure what we're going to have for prelims, waiting for our starting lineups to post for both boys and girls duels tonight. Once we have those, we'll get those starting lineups to you and then let you know what we have for prelims or what's kind of on our slate tonight between the two teams here on the boys and the girls side for our prelims and then our main duels. Right now starting at 6 p.m. for the girls, 7 p.m. for the boys, but more likely go to a rolling schedule once we get into the meat of the lineups in both duels tonight. So we'll go ahead and step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back here, go through, kind of recap the seasons for both the Lisbon Broncos and the South Border Mustangs. Take a look last year at what transpired at the state tournament for each team, and then get into our lineups and some of our ranked matchups that we have here for our first duel tonight between the Mustangs and the Broncos.
.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hey, welcome back. Tonight's duel between the Lisbon Broncos and the South Border Mustangs. The East Region matchup on the girls' side, on the girls' side of the state, and for the boys, it's a Southeast Region matchup. Starting later on tonight, around 7 p.m. Just got word for our girls. We will have 2 prelims, but those prelim matches are call them post-lims. They'll fall after the duel tonight starting at 6 p.m., so we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the girls' duel. We have our starting lineups. We're working on those right now. And once I get those, I'll get them to you and get things set here for a duel tonight. Kind of recap the Lisbon girls, their season this year. They opened things up on the 1st of December out at the BPS Invite, out Bismarck Public School Invite. They finished in 11th place with 67 points at the BPS Invite. They came back on the 9th of December and wrestled up in Carrington at the Al Larson Invitational for the girls tournament. Finished in 5th place with 90 points. On the 16th of December, we wrestled in the Border Brawl out in Ashley, North Dakota, finishing in 10th place with 58 points. And then came back for some duels. Had 4 consecutive duels. First 2 are out in Carrington on the 19th of December, where they lost to the Carrington Cardinals. And then came back, bounced back the following duel and defeated Devils Lake. That was on the 19th of December. On 21st of December, Lisbon traveled out to Bismarck, took on Bismarck High. They lost to Bismarck by a score of 66-12. And then came back for the nightcap duel, defeating Bismarck Century Patriots by a score of 36-27. That rounded out duels for Lisbon, sitting currently at 2-2 with their duel record. 28th of December, they did wrestle at the Rumble on the Red, picking up 75 points, good enough for 9th place. And they did pace 3 wrestlers in that at the Rumble on the Red. Placing were Adeline Hansen, champion at 112 pounds, and at 130, Emerson Schwab, runner-up. And all down at 170 pounds, Ava Carblum finished in 6th place at the Rumble on the Red. She made a run to the semifinals and then dropped her last 2 matches of the tournament, settling for 6th place. So 3 place winners for the Broncos at the Rumble on the Red. Had a number of wrestlers with a pair of wins, finishing the tournament at 2-2. So things looking on the upside for the Broncos. They bring in a number of wrestlers from last year's squad. They have 7 returning state qualifiers, along with 2 state place winners that came back this year. They lost Grace Rolfe, state champion last year at 155 pounds. So Grace Rolfe graduated last year, but they do bring back Emerson Schwab, who was a state runner-up, and Adeline Hansen, who placed 7th at 115 pounds last year. And also back for the Broncos are Arlie Romerman, Ella Sad, Braden Sutherland, Ava Carblum, and Cora Oster returned as starters this year into the Bronco lineup, coming off their campaign from 2023. Things opened up on the girls' side as far as girls wrestling in North Dakota High School back in 2022, and the Broncos, a number of wrestlers, actually have had good numbers since the start of the wrestling program, the girls' wrestling program in Lisbon. In 2022, they finished at the state tournament in 17th place, picking up 54 points at the first state tournament. Last year, they placed 15th in 2023 with 56 points. And all for your South Border Mustangs, going to recap, they're sitting at 2-4 in duels. The teams, when you kind of go through their schedule and some of their results, they're very evenly matched as far as scoring points in their duels. But they took on the BPS Girls Invite. They finished tied for 11th with Lisbon with 67 points. So they are tied at the Bismarck Public School Invite on the 1st of December. The 8th of December, South Border duel Carrington. They lost to the Cardinals up at that Al Larson duel tournament, 30-39. On the 9th of December, they wrestled the individual side at Al Larson, finishing in 4th place with 118.5 points. The Broncos finished in 5th place with 90 points. So right there, neck and neck, both teams once again. On the 14th of December, South Border wrestled West Fargo United. They won that duel 40-30. Came back on the 16th of December for the Border Brawl, finishing in 8th place with 61 points. The Broncos at the Border Brawl finished in 10th place with 58 points. So once again, neck and neck. 21st of December, South Border wrestled a quad. I believe that was up in Jamestown. So on the 21st of December, South Border lost to Dickinson 24-51. Came back, defeated EEK by a score of 30-24. Lost to Napoleon. Napoleon becoming a powerhouse here on the East Region side. They defeated South Border by a score of 42-24. And then they lost to the host Jamestown by a score of 24-45. So that was on the 21st of December, going 1-3 in that quad out at Jamestown. That's kind of wraps things up on the dual side for South Border, finishing out first half of the year with a 2-4 dual record. And upcoming for both teams, they're active on this. Both teams are active on the 6th of January. That's up at Central Cass for the Letterman's tournament. And that gets underway for the girls at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday for the Central Cass Letterman's tournament. And then both teams back in action after the weekend on the 11th of January. Lisbon girls travel to Fargo in the South Border Mustangs dual EEK. So South Border is at EEK on the 11th of January for another duel. They're right around 5 minutes away. The Bronco girls wrestling team taking the mat, going through their warm-ups. We're about 4.5 minutes away from our opening matches in our duel tonight between South Border Mustangs and Lisbon Broncos. We're going to step away, take a word from our sponsors, and come back here with their starting lineups. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
For Ingen. I'm confident during the match, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hey, welcome back here to your Iowa Insurance pre-game, in this case pre-match show between the girls, South Border Mustangs, and the Lisbon Broncos. We do have your starting lineups, or just kind of a tentative lineup. Here going in for tonight's duel between the Mustangs and the Broncos. Things getting ready to kick off here. We're around 2 minutes away before we get into our introductions between the two teams. They're going to face off and national anthem. But looking at 100 pounds for South Border, they have Lois Jenner taking on Scout Fredericks. 106 pounds is Ava Litzy versus Aurora Shelton. 112, Veda Hoffman versus Arlie Romerman. 118, Alicia Nitschke versus Adeline Hansen. So 124, Lydia Wolf wrestling Braden Sutherland. 130, South Border's open. Lisbon has Lila Gillespie. 136, Emerson Schwab is bumped up for the Broncos, and South Border's open. At 142, we have Masich Tunheim. And 142 for the Broncos and open. And 148, we have Regan Ulmer for the Broncos. At 148 is Alexis Ranke. 155, South Border's open. Lisbon has Ava Carblum. So Carblum dropping down from 170 pounds. Right now wrestling 155. That's a big move for Ava Carblum, dropping down. She's had a lot of success at 170. So right now weighing in at 155 for tonight's duel. 170 for the South Border Mustangs. We have Ashlyn Michelson wrestling Veda Carblum for the Broncos. 190, South Border's open. Lisbon has Cora Oster. And then at 250 pounds, we have for the South Border Mustangs are open, and for the Lisbon Broncos is Ella Sad. So that is your starting lineup starting tonight's duel. Looks like we're starting at 124 pounds. At least that's what they have up on their scoreboard. So we'll start with Lydia Wolf wrestling Braden Sutherland. Then South Border's open for a couple weights. Wrestlers still out on the mat warming up. And we do have those post limbs for you tonight. So we have 170 pounds. We'll have Nevaeh Buffett wrestling Ashlyn Michelson. And then Addison Booman wrestling Elise Jenner for South Border. So Addison Booman from Lisbon goes to school over in Enderlin, North Dakota. Younger brother Ryan here is working a camera for us tonight. So we're going through our face-off and starting lineups. So we're going to go through our national anthem. We'll step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back here, finish out our Insurance pregame show. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm Freya Engen. I'm confident during the match, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose.
Hey, welcome back here at Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick, along with our cameraman tonight, Ryder Booman. Hills out of Sheldon, North Dakota, goes to school over in Enderlin, working a camera tonight. All right, things about to get underway here. We'll step away, take a 30-second timeout, come back.
By an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
All right, welcome back. We have the coin flip out on the mat. See which team wins the coin toss. Kind of it was crucial, especially when you get into those tight duels and some of your strategy on which team has to shoulder wrestler first or report in first. Coaches can move their lineups around, so South Border does have a number of open spots and the ability to move wrestlers. Lisbon, and it has the upper hand when it comes to moving around. They do have a little bit of depth over the South Border Mustangs going into the duel. So we do have our 100-pound matchup with Aurora Shelton. Or excuse me, that's with Scout Fredericks and Elise Turner.
For tonight's duel, Lisbon has their choice in the even-numbered matches. South Border has their
Excuse me, Elise Jenner. So Jenner is ranked number 8 to score with Dakota Grappler. So just like to give Dakota Grappler a shout out for going through, taking the girls' rankings task on, and giving us something here as far as the girls, some recognition for a lot of their hard work they put in throughout the season. Coming up with the 8th place ranking in the most recent DG Grappler girls' rankings for North Dakota is Elise Jenner at 100 pounds. At 106 pounds, we have Ava Litzy. Litzy's ranked 7th with the Dakota Grapplers rankings. And she will take on Aurora Shelton at 106 pounds. I forgot to say Scout Fredericks will wrestle for Lisbon at 100 pounds. So Scout Fredericks from Enderlin, North Dakota, 7th grader for the Broncos over here wrestling on the girls' side. For 112 pounds, we have Adeline Hanses, number 1 ranked wrestler. She's bumped up to 118, so she was ranked number 1 for DG Grappler rankings. They bumped her up to square off against Aliska Nitschke at 118 pounds. Nitschke, returning state runner-up for South Border, placed 7th, or is currently ranked 7th at 118 pounds. So our matchup, we're going to have our matchup for 112. Right now we have Veda Hoffman. Veda Hoffman for the South Border Mustangs, ranked number 4. So Hoffman ranked number 4. She'll take on Arlie Romerman. Romerman returning state qualifier for the Broncos. Hoffman a returning state runner-up. So we got Hoffman and Nitschke back-to-back, 112 and 118, both returning state runner-ups for South Border. 124 pounds, we have Lydia Wolf for South Border. Here, Lydia Wolf currently knocked ranked along with Braden Sutherland for the Broncos at 124. Braden Sutherland also returning state qualifier for the Broncos. And then the South Border Mustangs, they are open at 130 and 136. For Lisbon, we have Lila Gillespie for the Broncos. And 136 is Emerson Schwab for Lisbon, who's bumped up. She coming off a 3rd place finish at the Rumble on the Red. Also, Emerson is ranked number 2 at 130 pounds. One of South Border's mainstay in their lineup, Fatima Seja, is out of their lineup or not in their lineup tonight.
124 pounders for South Border, Lydia Wolf. For Lisbon, Braden Sutherland.
So 142 pounds going back through the lineup. We have Masich Tunheim. Lisbon is open at 142. So Regan Ulmer, also a 142 pounder. She's bumped up to 148 to wrestle Alexis Ranke for the Broncos. Both wrestlers, Ulmer and Ranke, both unranked. And then 155, we have Ava Carblum, currently ranked number 6 at 170 pounds. She's down now to 155. South Border's open. Here for our first match of the night. Starting at 124 pounds, Braden Sutherland. Wrestling Lydia Wolf. So Braden Sutherland for the Broncos, returning state qualified last year at 110 pounds. Lydia Wolf likely in the lineup for South Border, but not a returning state qualifier. They're South Border returning state qualifiers. They have Veda Hoffman, Ulmer, Nitschke, and Seja at 130 pounder. They're both wrestlers. Work that far edge of the mat now. Back to the center. Working collar ties. Head position, head hands defense right now. Sutherland working wrist control, trying to get into that Russian tie position. Still working. Now nice high crotch into fireman's. Dump Sutherland down, so Wolf looking to score here. Sutherland, nice whizzer. So I see the girls' progression in wrestling. The first year, 2022, you went to saw much for a whizzer. Now Sutherland working kind of a body lock, double overs on top. Has to come back to the head, work a crossface, and get a go behind here. Wolf still now doubles up on Sutherland. Gets Sutherland down to hip, gets around behind it for 2-point takedown. So Wolf goes up 2-0 at the end of the first period. Wrestling, as far as scoring, is for the team points, decisions, 7 points, and unders were 3 points. Major decision, 14 to 8 points. Margin of victory. Tech foul, 15-point margin of victory, and also a pin. So major decision worth 4 points. Tech foul is worth 5 points, and then your pin is worth 6 points as far as team scoring. The Broncos wearing their new singlets this year. Last year, solid red singlets. A little investment into the Bronco wrestling program out here. Wearing the red trimmed and white singlets with the Bronco, gold Bronco on the back. A 1 point escape for for Sutherland. Wrestling Lydia Wolf. Wolf right now with a 2-1 lead. Let's start tonight's duel at 124 pounds. Duel scores. First duel of the night, this match score is 2-1 in favor of Lydia Wolf from South Border wearing the blue singlet. The white stripe down the side. Both wrestlers back up the neutral position now, working collar ties. The Wolf drops down for an ankle pick on Sutherland. Sutherland still working deep into that collar tie. The Wolf working and winning that battle for head position. Had a nice ankle pick going. Sutherland able to back out of it. Down to the last 5 seconds. It's a 2-1 lead going into this third period for Lydia Wolf. The next match, we have South Border open at 1:30, and Lisbon has Lila Gillespie, so that'd be your 1:30. Look like that'll be open for South Border. This match going into the third period. And 2 minutes on the clock. We got a 2-1 score in favor of Lydia Wolf. The Sutherland down on a kind of a high crotch single, has that head stuck underneath. Wolf reaches around, grabs an ankle. Sutherland trying to turn with her, hit a peek out. Still no takedown, giving up. Down to a minute 30. Now Wolf takes Sutherland down. Sutherland gets those hips back, powers out of it, comes up over the top. She just has to learn that front headlock. So a couple times she could add a front headlock here in that position, but Wolf secures 2-point takedown. She's up 4-1. Braden Sutherland for the Broncos definitely has the strength. She'll to work from that situation position. Either get back, work the head, or come up with the front headlock. Now Wolf has a pinning combination, has an armbar hooked up, gets Sutherland turned over, down to 50 seconds in that third period. She's up by a score of 4-1. Sutherland gets back, belly down. Wolf picks up that 3 near fall. Now she's up 7-1. Still a 6-point lead in this match. Down to 25 seconds. And Wolf in control on top. Sutherland broke belly down on that far side of the mat. Wolf slams in a half Nelson near side. Wolf head down in the mat. Sutherland head down in the mat. Wolf with the half. Still trying to get some back points here. Trying to pick up some bonus points. Down to 3 seconds. Sutherland's going to get through this without giving up any more points in the match. That's a 3-point victory for the South Border Mustangs.
Winner by decision, Lydia Wolf. 130 pounds. For Lisbon, Lila Gillespie. South Border open.
All right, Lila Gillespie for the Broncos with a forfeit at 130 pounds. So Emerson Schwab going out for the Broncos at 136. Broncos will pick up additional 6 points with the forfeit. So here at a 142, both 142, Lisbon is open. We'll put 6 points on the board for the Mustangs. So it's now a 12-9 dual score, a 3-point lead for the Broncos. Should have a good matchup here for this 148-pound matchup between Alexis Ranke for the Lisbon Broncos, wrestling Regan Ulmer. So Ulmer and Ranke squaring off. Ulmer returning state qualifier, Alexis Ranking, in your first year wrestling. Has the right name if you're from Lisbon. A lot of success on the boys' side if your last name is Ranky. The first match of the night, Lydia Wolf wins by decision 7-1 over Braden Sutherland. Now Omer in a high crotch single. Ranky just trying to power out of it. Kind of has his shin whizzer hooked up. Gets over the top. Has to come back to the head. Omer cracks down. Ranky now kind of powers out of that. Looked like Omer had picked up a 2-point takedown, but Ranky turns those hips away, picks up a 2-pointer herself. First 2 points of the match. Ranky now working for some near fall. No, Omer able to stay belly down. This is 148 pounds. A reversal and working for some near fall. Has a pinning combination hooked up now with that arm stretched. Now picking up near fall is Regan Omer. Tied up 2 apiece. 9 seconds. Time winding down on the clock in our first period at 148 pounds. Now let Ranky flattens out. Time runs out, expires on the clock. So Alexis Ranky able to fight off that pinning combination by Omer. She picks up 3 near fall for Regan Omer. She's up 5-2. Broncos lead the duel by 3. That was 2 forfeits at 130 and 136. 142, South Border picks up a forfeit. So we're at 6 more points. So that's a 12-9 duel score. Ranky on the bottom with Omer. Pinning combination hooked up armbar. Took a big step. Ranky just doing everything she could. Does the right thing. Stood up. And posted outside leg, but returned back down to the mat. Still with the armbar hooked up is Omer. Still Ranky. You can see swipes of the hand for near fall. She's still fighting off pinning combination. Still 5-2 match score. Down to minute 10 to go in our second period. Now Omer has leverage, elevation, walks it over on Ranky. Has the armbar hooked up. And has to settle in. Bring this near arm back underneath. Okay. Down to 42 seconds. Ranky's still fighting off her back. Now gets an arm free. She's going to roll through. Gets up over the top on Omer. So Omer's going to pick up 3 near fall. She's up 8-2. No points given up by Omer. Coming out of that armbar pinning combination. She's up 8-2, down to 15 seconds. The South Border 2023 state tournament, they scored 112 points, in 2022. Scored 112 points, finishing in 5th place. Last year, they scored 76 points, finished in 9th. They graduated 2 seniors off their starting lineup last year with Jolcom and Keller. Ranky starting this third period, bottom position. She picks up 3 more near fall, so she's up 8-2 in this third period. Right away, it goes to another pinning combination. Has a deep half hooked up on Ranky. Caught the far wrist. Ranky posts up. You hit that peek out. She does get up. Able to stand up, hit the peak out, now going for body lock. Gets those hips behind her. Picks up a 2-point reversal for Ranke. Now 8-4 lead for Ulmer. And we have wrestlers rolling out of bounds. Ranke on the edge of the mat. A little shaken up as they roll out of bounds. This is Ranke's first year wrestling for the Broncos. Alexis is a sophomore, so Broncos, they can get the right development in for these group of girls. They have a bunch of sophomores, a bunch of 7th graders. They have 8 sophomores on their squad. A 2-point reversal for Ulmer. She's up 10-4, back to a 6-point lead. She currently leads, back to a 7-point lead. She's up 11-4. And that'll do it at the end of the match. Their winner by fall is Regan Ulmer. Picks up 6 points, puts the Mustangs up. 15-12. A good battle till the end of the match. Winning by fall is Regan Ulmer over Alexis Ranke, the sophomore. Ava Carblum, all for the Broncos, picks up a forfeit. Good enough for 6 points. So Veda Carblum at 170 wrestling Ashlyn Michelson. Ashlyn Michelson just kind of new to the lineup. Have her down wrestling the BPS invite and the Al Larson not placing at either tournament. So Ashlyn Michelson out for the Southport Mustangs along with Veda Carblum for the Lisbon Broncos, finding her starting spot at 170 pounds. Carblum goes double underhook. We're at 170. Wrestler is out of bounds. No change of position. Carblum picks up 2-point takedown. She's up 2-0. Carblum working power half. Going to jump across there. And Michelson keeping those elbows tucked in. Now Carblum, look like an arm bar. Is going to run it around the head. How's Michelson starting to turn? No near fall given up by Michelson on that far side of the mat. You're on YourLiveEvent.com or Bank North scoreboard. Carblum has a screwdriver hooked up, rolls Michelson over, and she wins by fall for Veda Carblum. Carblum getting the starting job done here for the Broncos at 170 pounds. Puts the Broncos up 24-15. So Cora Oster at 190 going out for the Broncos. South Borders open. Oster picking up a couple wins at the Rumble on the Red. The Broncos up 30-15. Take a 15-point lead in the duel. So Elisad going out for Lisbon. We do have a, looks like we have a TV timeout here for Beck, so we'll have a little pause in our action. Go ahead and talk about our scoreboard sponsor, Bank North. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit bagbanknorth.com. Member of the FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. That is your scoreboard sponsor for tonight is Bank North. So back down now at the lightweights here at 100 pounds. Yeah, Scout Fredericks going against Elise Jenner. Jenner ranked number 8th, DG Grappler latest rankings. Finished 7th at the BPS Invite and 3rd at the Al Larson. Scout Fredericks in the lineup for the Broncos at 100 pounds. Broncos lead now 36-15. Jenner picks up 2-point takedown on Fredericks. Cradles her up. Throws her over, picking up near fall. Is Elise Jenner. Gonna roll her back over. Fredericks able to belly down. Fredericks now fighting off her back, trying to keep that right shoulder up. Jenner going forehead to temple, bottom knee in the side, trying to capture that far leg. Fredericks able to get belly down. Now Jenner going screwdriver. Fredericks builds the base. That's a 3-point near fall for Jenner. If Fredericks rolled over, and that's a pin for Elise Jenner, ranked number 8 at 100 pounds.
By fall at 100 pounds, Eloise Jenner. 106 pounds for South Border. Ava Litzy.
So we have 106 pounds.
Aurora Shelton.
Ava Litzy ranked number 7th with DG Grappler rankings. Wrestling Aurora Shelton. The Litzy placed 6th at the BPS Invite, 1st at the Al Larson. Aurora Shelton, BPS Invite did not place, finished 4th at the Al Larson. Wrestled at the Border Brawl, did not place, and then at the Rumble in the Red also did not place. Returning state qualifier for the Broncos. Litzy in on a quick double leg. Let Shelton up. Now back to a double. So a couple pair of takedowns. A couple escapes puts the match score at 4-2 at 106. Hey, let's see, working for the fall, has Shelton wrapped up. And north-south position up over the top. Head scooped on the far side. Not much daylight here on the right shoulder, and that's a win by fall for Ava Litzy at 106 pounds.
Winner by fall, Ava Litzy.
Opened up our match at 120, or duel at 124 pounds.
Lena Hoffman for Lisbon, Arlie Rammerman.
So here moving to 112 pounds. Duel tonight moving right along. Open weight classes and a few pins on the night. So Arlie Rammerman for the Broncos. And Rammerman and Veda Hoffman. Hoffman returning state runner-up. Currently ranked number 4 in the north-south kind of situation position with Rammerman. Still no change of position. Fighting off her belly in that situation. Tough place to be for Romerman. Hoffman working that cross face. Has a hook up a screwdriver, just trying to break that grip of Romerman. Now steps around, hooks that back ankle. Referee still now awards 2-point takedown for Hoffman. So Litzy taking care of business over Aurora Schultz on 106-pound quick pin for Litzy. Moves that dual score 36-27. This match score is 2-0. Romerman returning state qualifier for the Broncos at 100 pounds. Hoffman returning state runner-up. And Romerman with a 1-point escape scoring at the end of the period is Romerman. Romerman starts out riding on the opposite side, working a half Nelson, catches a far wrist. Now has a cradle locked up, using those long arms or using her reach advantage. Kind of false cradle, is going to roll over the top in a bad position on her hip. Trying to get back up over the top, still has a cradle hooked up. Hoffman working that leg of Romerman, gets her back down. Now has that head and going to try to wrap up Romerman, throws her down to the mat, picks up a not yet, 2-point reversal, and picking up near fall is Hoffman. He's up 4-1. Has Romerman in trouble. Southport looking to pull within 3 points here. Last match of the night at 118 pounds. Going against Nitschke and Hansen, so it's going to come down to that match.
Winner by fall, Vena.
So Hoffman, winner by fall. Picks up the win picks up the win over Romerman. Moves us to 118 pounds. Here on Bank North scoreboard. The dual score 36-33, 118 pounds. This is our last match of the duel. You'll have a couple post-lim matches. We can step away. We'll take a 30-second timeout here, take a word from our sponsors, and you'll come back for a 118-pound match between Adeline Hansen, ranked number 1 at 112, wrestling Alicia Nitschke. Nitschke ranked number 7 at 118.
Ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
This match underway, a minute 45 on the clock. Nitschke in on a high crotch on Hansen. Going to double her up, takes her down to the mat. Picks up a 2-point takedown. And Nitschke, screwdriver locked up on Hansen. Now working a cradle up over the top. Hansen returning for the Broncos, 7th place finisher at 115 pounds last year. Nitschke returning state runner-up for the South Border Mustangs at 110 pounds. Hansen bumped up in the duel. Down to 41 seconds. Nitschke leads 2-0. Go down to 28, working this near side of the mat. Nitschke up over the top, working that long grip with the cradle. They get called out of bounds for a restart. Hansen holds it to a decision. Lisbon would win. I believe we'd have to go to criteria. Actually, looking at this, that victory by Veda Carbon, I think that is looks like it will be a key match. Picking up that win for the Broncos at 170 pounds over Michelson. We'll start in a neutral position with Nitschke leading 2-0 in the second period. This is a 118-pound match between Nitschke and Hansen. The Adeline Hansen opening things up for us, singing a great rendition of the national anthem. Now we're here battling it out at 112 pounds. In those matches, head-to-head matches wrestled, the South Borders dominated. Lisbon picked up victories, starting off at 124 pounds with a 7-1 decision. Lydia Wolf over Braden Sutherland. Omer wins by fall at 148 over Alexis Ranke. Turning out to be one of the key matches of the night was Veda Carbon for the Broncos, winner by fall over Michelson at 170. Went all the way back down to 100 pounds for our next match. The wrestlers caught on the bounce with Hansen warned for stalling. Still a 2-0 lead for Nitschke. But at 100 pounds, Jenner picks up a win by fall over Fredericks. And by 106, Litzy wins by fall over Shelton. Hoffman, winner by fall over Romerman. Hansen has a cradle hooked up, gets back around for 2-point takedown for Adeline Hansen. We're tied up 2 apiece. Hansen working over the top, has a cradle hooked up, has it locked up on Nitschke. Gonna go bottom knee in the side, just has to roll her back across her bottom knee. She gets Nitschke just trying to elevate down to 11 seconds. She has a cradle locked up again. Nitschke kind of go head to knee, stand up. 2 seconds left now. Time runs out on the clock. We're tied up 2 apiece. Hansen, number 1 ranked wrestler at 112 pounds, going up against Nitschke, ranked number 7. Both returning state place winners. Going neutral position. They're going to win this one, or this one's decided on their feet at 118 pounds. Nice double leg attempt by Nitschke, using that length again. Hansen, the heavy hips down to the mat, good sprawl. Has head in the hole, front headlock, looked up, going to stretch out, gets trying to spin behind here for 2-point takedown. Nitschke grabs the leg, now Hansen's going to try to run her over. Gets around, 2-point takedown for Adeline Hansen. She's up 4-2 over Alyssa Nitschke. Dual score, tight one here, 36-33. Now goes crossface. Hansen, they're working a screwdriver on Nitschke. Has Nitschke bottled up with their screwdriver. Hansen drags her over, picking up near falls. Adeline Hansen. This could do it here. Down to a minute to go for Adeline Hansen and the Broncos. The winner by fall is Adeline Hansen. Big victory for the Broncos. Seals the win. Broncos win 42-33.
Winner by fall, 118 pounds, Adeline Hansen.
So Adeline Hansen getting things done. The number 1 ranked wrestler at 112 pounds for the Broncos, picking up a win by fall over Lisanitsky.
Okay, we got 2 more matches.
Puts the Broncos up 42-33. That'll do it for a duel. That's your final score on your Bank North scoreboard.
And for Lisbon,
We do have our post-lim matches. So we will have a separate feed or live stream for the boys duel. So we'll break away from this stream, come back with another stream for the boys duel. Probably take about a 5 or 10 minute break, try to get things set up with the boys duel. So we have our post-lim match. And Nevaeh Buffett here at 170 pounds. Nevaeh Buffett going up against Ashlyn Michelson. Michelson already with 1 match tonight against Veda Carblum. This is Buffett's first year wrestling for the Broncos. Other post-lim match is 100 pounds is Addison Booman wrestling Jenner. So Buffett being aggressive, has a hold of the head, now goes half Nelson. On Michelson, Broncos win the duel tonight by a score of 42-33. Now Buffett walks around, picks up a pin for the Broncos. So Nevaeh Buffett getting things done in her post-lim.
winner by fall, Nevaeh Buffett.
Nevaeh Buffett, a sophomore, one of the big sophomore class for the Broncos. If they keep their sophomore group together, they can make some noise next couple years. The girls' side of wrestling. So now we have Addison Booman. Already at 100 pounds against Jenner. Jenner taking this match. Wrestled, picked up a win by fall over Scout Friedrichs in the duel. Brother to our cameraman right now, Ryder Booman, running the camera here at yourliveevent.com. Down to 50 seconds. Jenner goes underneath, just trying to dump it. Now just going to go high crotch on Booman. Booman's trying to use that length and get those hips away. So inside trip. Trying to work by Jenner. Booman still going body lock up over the top. Stretching that leg. Heavy hips now. Jenner's going to double it up. Gets those hips sucked in, steps into it. Takes Booman down for a 2-point takedown. Gives her 2-0 lead with 20 seconds to go. This is a post-lim match at 100 pounds on the girls' side. Boys wrestlers on both sides in the gymnasium. They'll come out here for their warm-up. Like probably about a 10 or 15-minute warm-up between matches. Going to get into our post-match show. Wrap things up and then get our second stream hooked up. Also have our Enbridge Energy players of the game or players, whatever, wrestlers of the match. In our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. I think I already have our candidate probably for both of those already picked out for the Broncos. The Broncos winning the duel 42-33. It's a 2-1 lead for Jenner over Addison Booman. Down to 37 seconds in the second period. Jenner working a cradle up over the top. Now down to 20 seconds here in our second period. Jenner able to return Booman back down to the mat. Now do it here for second period. Going into the third, it's still a 4-1 lead for Jenner. She picks neutral to start our third period. Expect on the boys' side to have a number of prelim matches. So not sure if we'll get all those tonight when you're trying to get things switched over and set up for our boys' stream on the duel tonight between the Mustangs and the Broncos. But we wrap things up here, get to work, and get back at it. Should be able to find that stream on the Your Live event page. Still 4-1 match score. Wrestlers on their feet. Both the Mustangs and the Broncos active on Saturday at the Central Cass Letterman's tournament on the girls' side. Now Booman and picking a little knee pick. Scheller pushing into that collar tight. Headlock locked up by Jenner. Booman tried to roll through on it, just not enough momentum. Now Jenner's flattening out, has those right shoulder up for Booman just a little bit. That arm wrapped all the way around. Now, and change your position. They're going to stretch out the arm. Booman's still fighting off her back with 10 seconds. Addison down to 3. Time expires on the clock, and that does it here. 3 near fall, so it's a 9-1 lead. So a major decision to win in our prelim match for Jenner from South Border. Now, wrap things up for matches between the Broncos and the South Border Mustangs. Broncos win 42-33, picking up another East Region dual victory. So that's your final score, 42-33, Broncos win. And our first duel tonight, come back, recap this duel with our Olson Accounting. We'll call it our Olson Accounting post-game show. And then have our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Precision RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. So we'll step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back, wrap things up.
Trusted news, weather, and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey, welcome back here. Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Wrap things up on the girls' duel. South Border Mustangs, or Lisbon Broncos, defeat the South Border Mustangs by a score of 42-33. Tonight's duel here on your Olson Accounting post-game show. Olson Accounting, if you need help with monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. So our duel tonight started at 124 pounds with Braden Sutherland wrestling Lydia Wolf. And Lydia Wolf wins that one by decision, put South Border up in the duel by a score of 3-0. And South Border is open at 136 pounds. Broncos had Layla Gillespie and Emerson Schwab both picking up forfeits for the Broncos, put the Broncos up by a score of 12-3. 142 Broncos are open, and Mesa Tunheim for the South Border Mustangs picks up a forfeit, closed the score up 12-9, 148 pounds. Regan Ulmer wins by fall over Alexis Rankies. So that was the first lead of the match, or the duel, should say, for the South Border Mustangs. They went up 15-12. And 155 pounds, South Border is open. Ava Carblum picked up a forfeit for the Broncos. put the Broncos back up 18-15. And then 170 pounds. And one of the key matchups was Ashlyn Michelson wrestling Veda Carbone. Carbone wins by fall for Lisbon. And 190 and 250 pounds. South Borders open. We had Cora Oster for the Broncos and Ella Sad both receiving forfeits. Went back to the top of the lineup with Elos Jenner winning by foul over Scout Fredericks. And then Ava Litzy winning by foul over Aurora Shelton. Tighten things up. Going into a 112-pound match where Veda Hoffman pinned Arlie Romerman. So pulled within 3 points. It was a 36-33 score at that point. South Border just down by 3 points. We had Adeline Hansen, number 1 ranked wrestler at 112 pounds, bumps up wrestles Alyssa Nitschke, a number 7 ranked wrestler at 118, with Adeline Hansen pulling out the victory and the pin for the Broncos in the third period. That makes your final dual score 42-33 win for the Lisbon Broncos over the South Border Mustangs here for East Region Girls Wrestling. So both teams back in action on the 6th of January at the Central Cass Letterman's Tournament. That starts at 9:30 on Saturday. That's where action will pick back up for day number 2. Girls wrestling or start wrestling on day number 2 of the Letterman's. And then both teams have duels on the 11th of January. Lisbon travels to Fargo and South Border travels to EEK for another East Region duel or series of East Region duels for both teams. So that is your Olson Accounting halftime show. We'll look at our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Precision RDK Enterprise Play of the Game. And both of those will go with Adeline Hansen for the Lisbon Broncos. Is sealing the win for the Broncos. Normally that comes down to the heavyweight when you just run a straight lineup from top to bottom. But Hansen, I guess, picking that key matchup here, the coaches must have decided to end on 118 pounds. But that was a good one to end on with Hansen, number 1 ranked wrestler at 112, bumping up to wrestle Alyssa Nitschke. Nitschke, a returning state runner-up for the South Border Mustangs from last year. Hansen gets the job done for the Broncos, seals the win. And she is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy for Enbridge. It's energy for life at Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And also goes with your Precision Player of the Game, bumping up Hansen to 118 pounds. Good move by Coach Jacob Revere for the Lisbon Broncos, seeing that as a key matchup, bumping his number 1 wrestler up, leader on the team, Madeline Hansen, to wrestle Alyssa Nitschke and sealing the win for the Broncos. So Hansen and Coach Revere, you are our RDK Enterprises, or you received our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. For RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough and Drayton. For precision planting updates, information, or question, contact RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough and Drayton, 701-636-2119, or visit plannerdoc.com. That's RDK Enterprises. They're here to help you. So that wraps things up for our girls' duel. Lisbon Broncos win 42-33. We're going to sign off. Come back on another stream. You should be able to find that stream on yourliveevent.com for the Lisbon versus South Border boys wrestling. So signing off here, sports announcer guy Brent Decker along with our cameraman for our first duel, Ryder Booman. Say goodbye for now and see you back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.